Hey, welcome back to Rehab, Outpost, Arctica. I'm Doggone. Thanks for joining me. I was listening back to my last episode and realized that my um, ambient sound from Minecraft was overriding my sound from my snowball mic. Hopefully, I've got that fixed. We'll see. So, last time we were busily engaged in doing something that's, I guess, something that needs to be done early and often, which is grinding. Getting good tools, good weapons, good armor. As you can see, we still don't have an enchanted diamond sword. All of our armor is unenchanted. This is Rehab, so as soon as we die, we're done with this world, right? So we gotta get some enchanting done, some enchanting, and to do the enchanting, we need to do some grinding, unfortunately. And I don't know a way to grind other than diggy. We've got a nice pick, Unbreaking 3 efficiency 4 pick. I think we have a lot of nether quartz, some nether quartz. We definitely need to build ourselves a reasonable home now. Dog. Now that. But I need levels, man. I want levels. I gotta have levels. How much coal do I have? Lots. Redstone, lots. Lapis, not lots, but some. We don't have a fortune pick yet. We need to do some work to get to that point. You know, I'm kind of interested in doing this. I kind of want to go back to our old base. How much food we got? Not a ton, frankly. What would, by curiosity, knock back? It's nice, but just curious here what kind of enchantments I could get this time around. I'd love to have a flame aspect on my sword to go harvest some cows and pigs and get myself some meat. Unbreaking. It's fine. Protection 3 armor. Chest plate. Okay. What's that helmet? I'd sure like to have respiration, but no. Okay. Just curious about that. Okay. Yeah, in terms of grindy, I kind of want to go back to the original base and do that grindy. Down here, just regular. And this would be cobble. And this would be foodstuffs. I don't yet have carrots or potatoes. Is that correct? That should be a high priority item, don't you think? Carrots and potatoes. Oh, we got lots of raw beef. We should be good to go, really. Word, I sure do miss NEI. The ability to resort inventory so easily. Where's our furnaces? Oh, you can. Do I not have a furnace here? too, actually. Well, fine. Let's put them over here. So, I guess the thing I want to focus on today then is, let's go back to spawn point area, spawn point alpha. Let's, we're going to sleep through this night. Pork. I got plenty of mutton. Raw beef. No pork. Even got some rabbit hide. Huh. Interesting. A mix of old and new here in Outpost, Arctica Rehab. Pardon me. Good morning, son. Namaste. My soul salutes your soul. The soul in me salutes the soul in you. A lot of things to talk about. So let's just start talking and get to walking. This weekend, on Sunday, Annie, a friend of Jay, had a birthday, and we learned that Annie, who is Hindu, although not particularly a practicing Hindu, we learned that there's a Hindu temple in Oklahoma City, and we went to take Annie. Let me back up. Let me rewind my story because it's better than this. Jay and I took Annie to a local Indian restaurant for dinner, Ajanta Indian restaurant. It's nice. Was I working on a shelter here? Had a good dinner, but the best part was we got to talking with the owner and discovered that there was a puja at the Indian temple on Sunday, and he invited us to it. And immediately when he said that, Annie's eyes lit up, and so I was like, Jay, we gotta take Annie with us. And I kind of overstepped my bounds. I should have privately consulted with Jay first before just making the executive decision that we're taking Annie to the puja, but I didn't. And we had some. Jay had to set me straight about that. I'm kind of a bull in the tea shop, you know. I just kind of charge in sometimes. But okay, we'll just leave that cow. The little calf will grow into big cow, and then we'll have 2 breeding pairs right there. And it'll be fun. It'll be wonderful. Everybody be happy and cozy. See if we can get all these guys down here to the beach, sandy beach. It turns out that Annie and the owner of Ajanta are from Calcutta, India, and they are Bengali. And Annie had a wonderful conversation with this gentleman at the restaurant. It was a late afternoon, and few customers besides us, few patrons besides us were there. So we wound up taking, after discussing with him, we wound up taking Annie to the puja on Sunday at the ICF, the India Cultural Foundation, as it is called. It's almost an unmarked place, a gate on a big acreage off of Wilshire and Coltrane in Oklahoma City, northeast Oklahoma City. And we thought it was going to be we thought, we'll meet some people and then we'll have some food. Well, it was more like, let's worship for 3.5 hours as we do the ceremony, and then we have the food for about an hour. And that was fine. I don't have any complaints about it. I did not expect it to take so long, but it gave us more time to soak in the Hindu ceremony. The ladies with their beautiful saris, and Annie got to ring the bell that was passed around, and we got to hear the ululations of the Hindu women as part of the celebration. It was really fantastic. I'm very happy to have gotten to be a part of that, and of course the folks there were very welcoming to us, very welcoming, very open, and constantly telling us what was going on and helping us to feel as if we could be a part of this, not some outsider looked upon with suspicion. So that was really nice. I enjoyed that quite a lot. That was Sunday. Monday, we actually, oh man, I have memories about this place. I don't remember why I did that, but okay. Probably ought to get this leather. On Saturday, we went to Tulsa. We got a late start. Our contractors were here working on, when I say our contractors, I should say the contractors were here. Ricky and Tony working on the whoa. Working on the final touches of the exterior of the house, the painting. It's basically what they were doing, was painting. Painting the eaves, the soffits, the hips of the house. And they got a late start, and so consequently we got a late start to go to Tulsa, but we wound up going to Tulsa, and we went and toured the Gilcrease Museum, which was an interesting blend. We need to talk about this after my summary of the day is done. Gilcrease Museum, interesting blend of Native America artifact plus cowboy artifact. Gilcrease is a museum in transition. Obviously used to worship and take part in the American Wild West mythos, taming the wild frontier, the wilderness, when the reality was it wasn't a wild frontier, it wasn't a wilderness. The folks who lived here were very happy here and carved out a fine life for themselves here. So the Gilcrease is now, as we learn more about the truth of things as it appeared from those who already lived here, the old sort of establishment mythos doesn't really fit too well anymore. Oh, the cowboy and the Indian, the savage Indian and so forth. And so the Gilcrease has done an interesting job in trying to merge these two things as sort of a conflict of culture and vision. And I can't say I felt it was entirely successful, but at the same time, it was a very difficult task that they had. Plenty of their wealthy patrons, I'm sure, subscribe to the old stereotypical mythos. And how do you accommodate both? I don't know an easy way to do both, but they were trying, and I give them props for the trying. Props for the effort. And that's an effort you have to make. You can't just ignore it and continue the old cowboy ideology. And you also can't just ignore the cowboy ideology and talk about the sad state of the natives, because they were co-present, Anyway, well, I said I would talk about that later, but obviously I talked about it now, and that's okay, because it's Rehab, and that's what we do is we talk. And after the gill crease, we thought we might have a chance to go to the Philbrook, but we ran out of time, and we basically closed down the gill crease and then drove to where we could find the Philbrook. I guess I'm going to be mining coal. That's what we're doing here until we level up. That's our grindy way of leveling up for now, until we find a spawner we can deal with. Perhaps a spawner. Go ahead and take the iron so that I can smelt it for a few XP. For a few XP more. You know, it's interesting, the idea of blending old mythology with new data, new facts. Tough to do. Tough to do in ways that respect everyone. But nevertheless, it needs to be done. There was a wedding party in progress at the gill crease. Definite money involved in this place. What was that? And what was that? Also, see, a good reason to enchant a sword. I'm actually playing a bit of Feed the Beast modded Minecraft at the moment. A pack called Regrowth. A mod called Regrowth, in fact. It's a huge cave system. A mod pack called Regrowth, even. It's quite a fun mod pack to play. Oops. Get that punk out of here. Hit you, punk. Maybe one of these zombies will drop us some potatoes, which we could certainly use. After the gill crease, we drove around a bit, and we were actually looking for the Greenwood district, because in the classroom, discussion led us to talk about the Tulsa race riot, and my subsequent Googling of Tulsa race riot was pretty appalling. My Googling was appalling, as well as the Tulsa race riot. And so we looked for the Greenwood district. Could not find it. Did, however, found English, a coffee shop called the Phoenix, and it was a very fortunate discovery. Jay had Googled on her phone while I was driving for good coffee shops in Tulsa, and she actually deserves credit for finding the place. Interesting. Water issue. And we really enjoyed our few minutes at the Phoenix. Got some good coffee, good smoothie, and good food. Good place to read and chill and veg and all the above, all those things. And that was pretty much our day. Gill crease and the Phoenix. I thought it was a really good afternoon. Got back home at dark 30. Jimmy was just fine. She was happy to see us, but she was fine. And all was well. as it seems to always be these days. All is well. And all is well with this old dog. I wonder if I have a... I hear nighttime music. So we'll take a nighttime nap. All is indeed well with Dog these days. Life has taken quite a dramatic turn for me with the arrival of Jay. She very unexpected source of beauty and happiness in my life right now, and I think we both have a pretty good attitude. You know, taking one day at a time and not getting too stressed out about life. I think we're good. We're good for each other that way. Enjoy hanging out with her and just doing all kinds of stuff. She's always down for an adventure, which I really like that. Adventures in the moment. Adventures can be kind of stressful. You never know exactly, the uncertainty of the new places and things. And here I'm thinking about at the Gilcrease, there was a little road that led to a pathway that led to a little display, and it turned into a little road, and we started walking out the road, and it just kept going and going, and we were like, where does this go? And we came to an overgrown field, and the overgrown field led to, there was a parking lot, an overgrown parking lot by this overgrown field. And what do you make of this? And then the little road led to a gate, an overgrown, unused gate, led to a little highway near the Gilcrease. And it was just unusual, man. It was like we were in our own little place that was off the map. A forgotten little road. And it's a beautiful day, sun shining, leaves turning. Beautiful September day, or rather October day. I'll get the month right here in a minute. Beautiful October day. I'm not sure which of these is the right way to go. This way. Beautiful, beautiful October day. Is that snow? That's certainly more cold. We'll drop off some of this material back here in this chest. Dirt. We don't have much dirt actually. Gravel. Drop a little gravel. Like that. Drop off some cobble. And that's the way things are with Jenny. That's the way things are between us these days and in our life, is that we find these beautiful little abandoned places where people have been and made a little moment of beauty and are no longer there. That almost is a defining characteristic of our life together. And so, as you can see, it's a very beautiful time, very interesting, beautiful moment we're having. So, yeah. I thought I saw more coal out this way. I could have been wrong. Oh, we were just this way, but yeah. Didn't notice the snoo. The snoo. Oh, look at this. Grindy, dong, dong. Grindy, dong, dong. Da, 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 da. We found the most important spawner. Skeleton spawner. Yeah. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing, man. Let's, how can we do this? At the same time we're doing this, we both have classwork to keep up with, and Jenny is really good for me, keeping up with my classwork, and I'm good with her too. You know, I think we're working well with keeping up with our work. I think we're both very aware that stuff got to get done, you know. And so we get it done. She's very happy when I get my stuff done. I'm very happy when she gets her stuff done. And that's a good way to keep it getting done. Let's see, can I know I've got a little craft bench back here. How about we make up some stairs? 20 is not going to be enough. I talked with her about my lesson plans. She talks with me about her studies. Kind of difficult in some ways because I've been out of this deal for so long. You know, here's an alternate way I could do it. I could just dig straight. This is already dug down. Now, as you know, as I'm sure you know, this is an old era spawner, and the loot in the chest is likely to consist of just bread, redstone, a couple of saddles, horse saddles, and pretty much that's it. So it's not likely to give us much in terms of loot. but not much is not the same as nothing. So let's see what we got here. Probably we'll work this way. Classes are going okay. There have been times this semester. In fact, I talked with one of my classes. There are times I'm not really feeling it this semester. And that's not to say teaching should be always about feeling it. Certainly, it helps to feel motivated. It helps to feel like you're doing something good and worthwhile. Certainly that's important. But it's more of a case of feeling like I'm not sure I'm doing a good job for the students. And that's a different thing, and that is really tough to deal with. Okay, we'll set up water source coming this way. So we'll set up the other water source going that way. This will take us closer to the path of least resistance, which is futile, of course. Bedtime. Probably don't want to make a bed in the room of the spawner. Okay, so right here. Actually, I don't need to. I could just come straight out here. Down, down, down. We're pretty close to having something here, actually. In terms of spawner, let's see what we can do. Oops. We're going to have to take all this out, though. This right here. Can I, in fact, spawn daytime? So close to the skeleton spawner. And the answer is no. Right now. Yes, I can. Thank you very much. Night 2 and Rehab. Night 2? Night 3?